Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about basically part 2 of this week's events. We're going to be talking about the Lunar New Year event. Now, this is going to be starting tomorrow, Thursday, at 1 p.m. So today we have the Agent Venom that you can see in front of me here. The Symbiote Sabotage event, which does start today at 1 p.m. Hopefully you guys got a chance to check out my video yesterday going over that. If you haven't, go check that out because these two together are kind of important when it comes to spending power cores. We're going to get into all of that in this video though, so if you are ready to go, then let's boil this down. And before we get started, though, I do want to this is where you get it, of course. This is the information, the Lunar Festival milestone here. There is some okay stuff in here, but as far as, what you're kind of here to get, a lot of it is going to be the... the Jubilee costume, if you care about it. There is a 5 red star Wong. There are additional Wong shards in there, but of course we both know, or we all know, rather, that Wong is farmable. So that's really not a big deal anymore. There are some other shards down here as well, but these are like what I would call whale stones. This is the bronze shards here. One second, guys. I need to... Loki's kind of being a bit of a pain. There we go. I had to take up his bone. I'm recording this really late at night. So there are some shards here at the bottom here, bronze shards here, but realistically, like, I'm going to tell you right now that pretty much Milestone, this is 28, 29, and 30. These are whale stones. You're not going to get it, and it's to no surprise, right? Because what's there? Dark promotion credits. You have 100 dark promos here, you have 200, 300, so that's 600 total, plus, what is that, 2.5 million gold, and 250 T4s, and even 50 Brawn, because Brawn isn't farmable. So, there's some really good stuff here, but you're not going to get it, so don't worry about it. But you will get, basically, if you do everything that we're going to talk about, you are basically going to get everything from here and above. So there are some Wong shards of the 5 red. There is actually some gold, just not a lot. There's some silver promos in here as well. Not a ton of other stuff like early on, like, farmable characters, right? There's some Shang-Chi, some Colleen Wing, more Shang-Chi, more Colleen Wing. So it kind of is what it is there. It's not super good. And I think the rewards lately in events actually have been kind of stingy. And a lot of this is stuff that people don't need. I don't even know how much new players even need some of this stuff. But hey, they've been just chucking that out. Especially the purple stuff. You can see like 200 to 400. It's honestly kind of crazy. There is some training modules. But it's just T3, right? There's some T4s in here, but not a ton. But anyways, there's also going to be a leaderboard. Of course, right? And I want to zoom out just a little bit so you can see the whole chart. And what I find really funny about this is kind of, in my opinion, where I want to land is actually 2 to 10%. And that's kind of crazy, right? Because the other ones have blue 5 ions, but I don't think I actually want the blue 5 ions. I actually want the blue 4 ions, so that gives me more of that to push towards Baby Apocalypse, because I kind of know that I'm not going to get Big Apocalypse. So I actually don't really care about the blue 5 ions, believe it or not. I just want to collect more of this stuff because 300k blue 4 ions is probably about a week and a half worth of blue 4 ions, maybe 2 weeks for me, depending on what your War League is and your Cosmic Crucible League is in terms of your how many blue 4s that you normally pick up a week. So, I'd rather aim here. I don't know how I'm going to get there necessarily. Like, I don't know what points that you're going to need to score in order to get here because it's a blind leaderboard, so I have no idea. But I guess that's what I'm hoping. I think I should be able to, get higher than top 10%. So that's just my thoughts there. Let's jump into the actual math for this, though. Should have started at the top. So this is the Lunar Festival milestone. Let's zoom in here. So it is a campaign energy and alliance donation milestone. We've kind of had this before. I almost feel like this time last year, it may have been an exact ripoff as far as what you're supposed to do for this. So we know that you need 75,000 milestone points to clear this. You're not going to get this. These are whale stones. So we already talked about that. You need 41,000 for the 5 red Wong. You get 4 points for every campaign energy spent, and you get 4 points for every alliance credit earned. Now, what I want to say right now, for those of you who, depending on what time you're watching this, make sure that you save your Alliance donation boxes. In fact, oftentimes I forget to do this. I forget to collect them. And so for this reason, you can go here, right? And you can save this. Not right now for me. I can't do this because this is the previous day rewards. But if you don't manually collect the boxes, you'll be able to collect them. You'll get an extra day's worth of rewards for the next day. So don't click on these boxes. You can still do your donations when you normally would do it, but don't click the boxes until basically after the store reset on Thursday at 5 p.m. because that's when, at 1 p.m. Sorry, is what I meant to say. When it goes live, so you can collect the stuff from the previous day, and then you can donate again, and you'll basically get 8 days. I know it sounds a bit confusing, and they do this on occasion, these kinds of events, but you can basically get 8 days worth of Alliance donation boxes in 7 days because of this previous day reward. Sorry about that. So yeah, it can get a bit confusing. I'm actually going to be doing this now. So what I do recommend when the event starts, however, is to actually do some of the core donating. We'll talk about that as well in terms of how the points is, but because this is technically the day before the event, I'm still doing just the 10K, but I'm not going to click on any of these boxes. I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to have it auto collect tomorrow when the event goes live. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. Let's jump back to the math so we can explain this a little bit better. We need to talk about your free-to-play campaign energy. So that's your 288 from your time-based energy. That's your 240 from your 3 free refreshes that you get at the various points in the day. And then up to 480 energy from your coring. And then, of course, 100 from the web milestone. And honestly, if you've saved any additional web milestones, you can always use that too, but I just haven't added that into here. But, oftentimes I do have these extra energy things because I just don't spend it, I guess, so I will use these towards the event. And even this, actually, what was it, the free claim for the Peggy Carter event or the Rising Stars event? So I'm going to be able to say, actually, Bliss Credits is not part of, Bliss Credits is a part of Symbiote Sabotage. Sorry, so that's a different event, and I'll be claiming that towards that. But yeah, I just often forget to claim some of these things. So yeah, you can use as many of those save things as you possibly can. And let's jump back again. So that's a total of 1,108 energy daily. Now, because you're getting 4 points per campaign energy, that's going to give you a total daily points of 4432. So now multiply that by 7, of course, and you're going to get a subtotal of about 31,000. So that's just from the campaign energy side of things. So keep that in mind here. Now, when we get to the Alliance credits, this is going to be a little bit more confusing if you're not used to these kinds of events, but hopefully my explanation will help. So just to jump back to the boxes, because this will help visualize things a little bit better for some people. So let's go back here, and you can see that there's 5 boxes. Now, the first 4 boxes are able to be gotten free to play, which means that you're just donating the 10K gold. That's assuming that you have all 24 members in your alliance and you're donating 10K gold. Now, to get this 5th box, you do need to donate cores. Either 12 members need to donate 50 power cores, or 6 members need to donate 100 cores. So it's really up to you. For the purposes of the math, though, I have assumed that we get the 5, or collectively we get the 5th box, and that you've also donated 50 power cores. And again, any cores that you do during this event is going to be double dipping for the Symbiote Sabotage. Again, if you guys checked out that video for that event that I did the other day. So we have what's called the easy box credits. That's the first 4, because that's typically what you can get free to play without even spending any cores. Now there's that 5th box, which you do need to spend cores, and that gets you another 100 credits. You do get 150 Alliance credits from your daily objective, and that's just from donating. This can also be saved from the previous day as well, but for the purposes of this, we have actually done 8 days of calculation for this, so make sure you save that where possible, because you should be able to get that claim in. Now you do get also 10 points for a 10K gold donation, 60 for 50 cores, and 90 for 100 cores. For the purposes of this math, though, we've typically taken the maximum amount on the 50 cores, though. However, your daily credits that you can get is a bit of a range depending on, how many boxes you're getting and what you're donating here. So anywhere from 560 to 710 daily. However, for the purposes of this, I have taken the 710, I've multiplied it by 4 because that's what the points are worth, and that's what's 2884. 28, oh my god. 2,840 points. That's the 5th box and a 50 core donation, doing that every single day, including the 8th day, which is actually the free day from the day before. Now you multiply that by 8, because that's what I've done, I know that some people are still going to be a little bit confused about the 8 days. Just don't manually claim this stuff before the event starts. That's just all you have to do. And then you should auto collect some of this like after the event starts. So it shouldn't be that big of a problem. That's about 22,207.20 points. I think I said that right. Anyways, you add this subtotal here with the other one of 31,000, and that gets you to about 53,700 points free to play. And I say free to play in quotes because this is just, you know, using your cores, using your cores for campaign energy, all that stuff. So that's going to get you to here. And that's going to get you to between milestone 27 and 28. So to go back over this here, that's all the way down here at milestone 27, 28. We can zoom in a little bit more. And it's not quite to 28 though. So I don't know, you know, I don't really know how you're going to push further to get these. The only real way is to spend a campaign energy. And I've kind of suggested how you could do it, but honestly, it's just not worth it. So you're going to have to spend an extra 5,300 campaign energy to max out the milestone. This is equivalent to about an additional 760 campaign energy daily on top of what we've already talked about, the 1,100 here. So realistically, how are you going to get there? Well, you could buy some offers. You know, I'm sure there's going to be some campaign energy offers, like some straight up like 2,300, 2,000, 3,000 energy offers that you could buy. But this is realistically not possible free to play, because after this, you know, the coring, you're going to have to spend 100 additional cores per 120 energy. Just in my head, you're probably looking at an extra 600 cores daily, maybe a little bit more to get this kind of daily energy spent, which is over 4,000 cores over the duration of the event. And it just doesn't sound probable that you should be doing this. So yeah, I mean, if you do want those 600 dark promotion creds, really the best thing that you can do would be to buy an offer. But frankly, I'm not, you know, encouraging anyone to buy or spend on this event, because you should just be able to collect what you can get. It's not super great, you know, but and actually, now that I think about it, you know, and looking at it, what would I actually need out here? 25 gold promos, and however many, so I didn't calculate it. Maybe there's 50. I didn't count it all up, but 50 silver promos and 25 gold promos, plus a little bit of teal stuff and orange catalysts. But aside from that, I guess you're going to get flash bits, a little bit of gold. The flash bits should roll over into costume credits if you already have the costume for Jubilee. So that's it. I mean, it's not super special. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get an additional costume for this year, something new, something fresh. We have a bunch of costumes that haven't been made available as far as I'm aware, like the Doc Ock costume. I know it's not anything to do with Lunar New Year, but you know, they definitely could be doing something better than regurgitating an event that they already did last year with the exact same costume. It's not even the same Chinese New Year that it was intended for Jubilee's costume. So they're just basically ripped it off and they're regurgitating it back to us. But hey, that's Boundless and Scopely for you. So that's the end of this video, everyone. And hopefully that gives you the bigger picture of both the Symbiote Sabotage from the other day and the Lunar New Year from today that's going to be happening all this week for the next 7 days. So that's going to be it, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.